Hey guys, Preston here, and today we'll be talking about Cervantes. Now, Cervantes was a Spanish author from the large city of Madrid. Sadly, though, his father was a deaf surgeon and made very, very low income. Because of this, Cervantes had to join the military efforts in fighting the Ottoman Empire. In doing so, he suffered 3 bad scars to his chest and he mauled his left hand, which is bad because I like my left hand. Anyways, after the mauling of the left hand, he then was captured by Turkish troops after trying to return home. For 5 years, he was held in slavery and was finally set free after his ransom was paid. Once he returned home, he then became a military manager. Military manager basically goes around and collects goods for the military effort to then help them be better supplied and better fight wars and less deaths and less losing of the left hands. Anyways, during this time, he's actually put in prison twice for either miscalculation of goods or something of the such, and put in prison twice, and actually it turned out to be a good thing, because during this prison time, he wrote some of history's greatest novels. In fact, actually, the first bestseller, Don Quixote, I believe that's how it's pronounced. Don Quixote is the story of an old man who became so enamored with the stories of horses and armor that he himself makes his own fantasy world and lives out this fantasy in his mind. He rides the countryside trying to right the world's wrongs, sword in hand, and a confused peasant who he thinks is his squire. He even engages into a fight with a windmill, thinking it's a large beast. This story, though sadly did not make Cervantes rich because there were no royalties on stories back then, only selling to the printing corporation, if I'm correct. I'm not quite sure on how that worked out or what the specifications on that were. But sadly, it did not make him rich, but it did gain him a little more finance than the war or his father did. He wrote several other novels, but they were nowhere near as much of a success. The very first book he wrote was a romance story, but no one really liked it, so he didn't make any money off it. No one read it. It wasn't popular for whatever reason. He wrote half of 2 other books, but they didn't get finished because he died, so it's kind of hard to write a book when you're dead or without a left hand. Yeah, those don't. Well, unless you're right-handed. Anyways, so Cervantes was a pretty cool guy. Wrote the very first best-selling novel. Wrote first modern novel. Took several epic blows to the chest, trying to make a jailbreak. And yeah. Time for the open letter. All right. Let's see. Dear Cervantes, I thought it was really cool how you were able to endure war and still come out a great author. You were willing to pursue your love for writing despite your fears of war, despite your fear of finance, and you still came out on top. So, there you have it. There's Cervantes in a nutshell. And I like to throw things. So, see you guys. Good day, good night, whatever time of day it is. See ya.